In the previous episode of Chasing Carnivores, we witnessed a special bond between a lion couple. We also switched camps to Letaba to continue the EWT fieldwork there and ID'd many different lions, including a pride of 9. We'll be exploring Kruger National Park even further in this 8th chapter of Chasing Carnivores, so get ready for some of the most extraordinary encounters that we've shared with you thus far. So Anouk and I are heading a bit more south towards Kukusa and Satara, where there are a lot higher game densities for about 4 days. You can already see the landscape changing a bit from the dense Mopani forest in the surroundings of Phalaborwa and Letaba to more open grass plains like this, where there are just simply higher densities of wildlife. So we're very excited to see what animals we can find at this place. It's not an understatement that the game densities are higher here in the south of Kruger. We're nearing Satara right now and we already saw a male and a female. They were actually mating in front of a giraffe. It was quite a spectacle, amazing to see. It's the 3rd time we've seen lions mating in I think 3 weeks, which is very lucky. As we continue to drive south, we started to notice higher and higher densities of prey species as well, like these herds of kudu and impala. Until the kudu started to display some peculiar behavior, seeming very alert all of a sudden. What do we see? Leopard. Leopard. She clearly had interest in the nearby impala herd and eventually made her way towards them. A lonely kudu calf. But the kudu family had already spotted her and started making the alarm calls, after which the leopard disappeared. This remarkable leopard sighting was quickly followed by another carnivore, just before we drove into Satara rest camp. We were lucky to find a solitary male again, beautiful lion with some gorgeous manes. It's looking at some wildebeest, but the wildebeest already saw the lion, so chances of the lion shooting its shot are very low. You can see how vigilant the wildebeest are. This first day of making our way to the south was already filled with amazing wildlife, especially carnivores, and thus promised some great things for the coming week. Another day, another safari, and we started up with a bang because I think only 10 minutes after we entered the park we already saw our first male lion laying in the grass next to a herd of buffaloes. And what we didn't expect is that the lion actually made an attempt to take down one of the buffaloes, but the buffalo wasn't having any of it, so it scared away the lion and then ran off, and now it's lying over there somewhere in the bush. Amazing sighting, really cool. Little did we know that this was certainly not the end of this spectacular encounter, unfolding right under our eyes as the buffalo were moving in the direction of the lion again. Despite being so close to the herd, the lion became more and more active, making its way down to the herd and straight back, thereby passing our car. He eventually laid down right next to us, where we got paid a visit.
Ist nicht gut für mich.
Okay, I think I'm still trembling a bit from the adrenaline. That was the best sighting we had thus far. So close. It was unbelievable to see a lion that close. I can't believe it. Wow, this place is so wild. I can't. And this day was far from over. These kinds of riverine forests, which we're driving past now, are also ideal landscapes where you can find leopards. They really like these kinds of areas, especially here where they have higher densities of impala and wildebeest and other prey. So really keeping our eyes peeled when we come across these areas. Not even 10 minutes later. So we just saw another male leopard. Nice, but it disappeared in the bush. Maybe we can still spot a glimpse of it, but as you can see, it's quite thick bush, so it's really hard to spot a leopard in here. But yeah, hopefully we find it. Eyes peeled. We're only a mere 2 days in, and the sightings have already been beyond belief. As a young boy, I dreamt of this African wildlife, especially the carnivores, and witnessing and sharing all this magic is therefore nothing short of a dream come true for me. Filled with gratitude, we headed back home after another wildlife pack day, only to set out again early the next day on another safari. Just have a look at this sunrise, it's gorgeous. After this absolute blessing of a rhino family sighting, we never imagined how many carnivores we were also going to find that day. Starting with a coalition of 3 males moving through a controlled burned landscape. So 3 male lions moving through this burned area. It's absolutely majestic to see them move like that. We're so happy. This is insane. The southern kruger is so wild. It surely didn't end there, because an hour later, under the bridge, Anouk noticed something sleeping. Leopard. Another one. She'd been resting for a while until her attention was caught by some sudden movement on the other side of the riverbank. A large herd of thirsty impala. seemingly unaware of her presence. Patiently, and every move deliberate, she made her way up the riverbank. Until all of a sudden, a thirsty hyena appeared, prompting the whole herd of impala to flee. Still amazed by this eventful sighting, we kept on driving through the Kruger landscape. We found 2 other male lions. It's raining lions today. Just like the other lions we've been seeing lately, they are very sleepy. They're chilling in the shade. Beautiful. And just when you think it can't get any better after everything you've seen that day. So I just said it was raining lions. It's actually flooding lions, because about 1 kilometer later we find another pride of approximately 5 lions. So insane. So we're heading back to our accommodation now. This day was just this last day of safari here in the south of Kruger was beyond our imagination. We started off with the Rhino family, which was gorgeous to see, the white rhinoceros. Quickly followed by the 3 male lions moving through the burned area. And just as we left that area, we saw the leopard attempting to hunt some impala, which was also amazing. It got scared off by the hyena, the impala at least, but still beautiful to witness. And then we saw 2 other prides of lions in approximately 1 hour. It's just unbelievable what we saw. In the next episode of Chasing Carnivores, we're on a very special mission to find the ghost of Kruger National Park. We encounter many other wildlife species as well, so stay tuned for this next episode. If you like our content, please consider subscribing, and we'll catch you in the next one.